Most people trying to get in better shape aren't failing because of willpower. They're failing because they don't understand which level of this pyramid they're operating from. And not knowing this myself almost held me back from the lean, defined physique I have now. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 2 levels that keep most people stuck and the level that finally changed everything for me. But to make sense of this, let me take you back to the early days where I went online and all I would see is influencers with the physique that I wanted. And of course, since I wanted to look like them, it made logical sense that I just copied everything that they did. So I copied their high volume, 2-hour-long training sessions. I copied their breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I copied the times that they ate the meals. I copied their supplements. I copied when they took the supplements. What I did was adopt their behavior, which is the first level. And the thing is, it worked great. I even made some progress for about a month. And then by month 2, I started to slowly fall off. You know how it goes. A long day at work becomes an excuse to miss a gym session. One late night of sleep quickly becomes the new norm. One tiny cheat meal snack turned into a KFC bucket meal with fries, gravy, beans, and a fizzy drink and sweet corn. And then before I knew it, the pandemic hit and I took a full year off. And that was down to the fact that I was simply adopting, or worse yet, borrowing someone else's habits to reach my goal. So after finally deciding to take another shot at it, and trying and failing with every influencer meal and training plan under the sun, I realized that if I wanted to get the lean, athletic physique that I was chasing after, I had to get a lot more intentional about it. I stopped blindly following what they did and started searching for the reasons why they did what they did. Then I adapted those principles into routines that actually fit my life, meaning I no longer followed their exact training plan. I followed the training style that I liked and the routines I enjoyed. I created a sleep schedule that works for me and one that made sure I got at least 7 hours a night. And I only selected meals that I thought tasted nice and ones that I could stick to on a consistent basis. That's the first time I felt like I experienced real results. Not only did my strength improve a lot, but when I looked in the mirror, it felt like my efforts were actually being reflected for once. And at that point, not only did my behavior suit somebody with a lean athletic physique, my mindset began to also. I aligned with the identity I was after, which is our next level. But although I was aligned, something was still off. Something still didn't feel right. And it's because it still all felt very forced. Like I had to force myself to the gym. I had to force myself to make the right food choices. I had to force myself to get my steps in. But that all changed a little while back. One late night Friday evening, after a long 12-hour workday, I got a text from a friend group chat that I'm in saying, everybody meet at mine. So of course, I'm gonna go. But when I got there, what was supposed to be a simple catch-all turned into a pre-game, pre-drink session for a night out. Normally I'd probably contemplate it for like half an hour, and then after enough peer pressure, I'd probably fold. But not that day. I instinctively shut down everything they threw at me. Yo, it's just one drink. No. Oh, why don't we just go out? We're only gonna be out for a little bit. No. Why? Because I had gym in the morning. And going on a night out means that it just take me further away from my goal of getting in better shape. Listen, it wasn't even something that was up for negotiation. And my friends knew that. They looked me dead in the eye and they could see, yeah, he's not budging. So I left home early, stone cold sober, and they all went out. And it wasn't until the car journey home that I realized that I'd become somebody who gets in shape. My mindset and behavior wasn't a choice anymore. It wasn't something I could switch on or off. I completely embodied it, which reveals our final level, actualize. Now, as you can tell, my journey was far from smooth. And like I mentioned earlier, one of the main culprits for that is because I fell for the influencer propaganda, specifically about doing more in the gym to build more muscle. So in this next video, I show you how you can still build lots of muscle while spending a lot less time in the gym.